welcome everybody. Croeso. Welcome to Panad with the Living Seas team. So we're the team up in the north. So Eve, Nia and Emma, and Dawn is answering questions online as well. So feel free to ask any questions, ask away. And yeah, we'll do our very best to answer them. I don't know if any of you, well, for a start, it might look a bit unusual because we were meant to be on the beach coming to you from a shore somewhere. However, this was just proving a bit challenging, trying to maintain social distancing, and also after, if any of you saw this morning, the weather was somewhat somewhat interfered with our plans. So we decided to just to do it from home, just to make it easier, and hopefully we'll be able to share with you still lots of exciting finds and videos and photos for all of you at home. So thank you very much for watching. Diolch and Willio. And yeah, so I'm going to start with, if you were watching the rock pooling live session this morning, there was, at the very end, we found a sea urchin, and I'm just going to show you this photo of a sea urchin.
Oh, we're getting a message saying that Joe can't hear us. Is anyone else watching and can hear us, or is this a problem for everyone?
Yeah, if you could let us know on the chat, that would be great. If anybody else can hear us.
Oh yeah, we're going. We go. Sorry.
Great. This is good. This is good feedback. We need to know whether people can hear us or not. Otherwise, you're just staring at a screen of us moving our mouths, which is a bit boring. So here we go. This is a beautiful green sea urchin. So it's not the one that we found this morning, but they are absolutely stunning animals. And you know, sometimes you'll find them tucked away under rocks. But they're beautiful animals, and they're covered in these gorgeous spines, and they're called a green sea urchin, but they will vary in colour, and you can almost see it's got these sort of purple ends to the tips of their spines. But they're absolutely stunning creatures, but quite fragile. So if you find one, you have to be very delicate with it. So I just thought I'd like to show you that because we found it this morning, and I don't know exactly how well you could see that, but there you go. So yes, please do ask us questions in the chat. This is your chance to ask us any answers to any questions that you've wanted to know. But to start with, I'm going to ask Emma, who's our Living Seas intern. So Emma, you've been with us since just towards the end of last year, really. So not very long, but you've done quite a lot so far with us. You know, you've been really thrown in at the deep end and done incredibly well. And she's a fantastic member of our team and fits in really well. So it's brilliant. And yeah, we're very grateful to have her. And we just wanted to ask you, Emma, what is your sort of most, because before working for the Wildlife Trust, you worked for the Anglesey Sea Zoo, and we just wanted to know what's your most sort of favoured memory of working in the marine environment, really?
Well, so when I was at the Sea Zoo, I really enjoyed the cuttlefish they had there. Just as I was leaving, they'd got in some eggs and they had just started hatching, and they're about the size of my thumbnail. And just seeing loads of them in a tank just darting about was just, I don't know, so really cute. You don't always imagine marine animals being cute, but they can be. And I also got a great video of the older, bigger cuttlefish hunting once. So I'm going to try and share that with you guys, because I just think it's quite cool, like being able to see how they hunt. Where have I put this video? Here we go. This one. So is this showing? There we go. So this was the old cuttlefish they had there. And he liked being in a tank by himself. He didn't particularly like other animals. And in this particular video, he had just been fed a crab. Just shoots out his tentacles there to try. He missed on that occasion. He did go back and get it. But yeah, because he was at this stage, I think he was coming up to 1.5 years, almost 2 years, which is really old for cuttlefish. So he was losing his ability to hunt a little bit, but he got there in the end, which is always good to know.
Yeah, they're incredible, aren't they? So we met you, didn't we, in the CZU last summer, big thanks to the CZU, because they're big supporters of the trust, and if you go there, you'll see our massive starfish-shaped tent in the car park there in the summer. Yeah. So hopefully, once we can get out and about, it's well worth a go there, isn't it?
Yeah, and working there definitely made me more aware of what you guys are doing as well. Yeah. I didn't know so much about it before I met Eve and Mark in the tent talking about shorelines and beach cleans and everything. So that was great to meet you there as well.
Ace. Because you do. Oh, sorry, Nia.
No, go.
I was just going to say they do a lot. So a lot of the work that they do is conservation work, and they do a lot of sort of reintroduction work. So they've done work with seahorses and yeah, it's really important asset to the area really, and marine conservation.
Yeah, they do a lot of work on marine conservation, especially the lobster hatchery. So they do help let larval stages survive a bit longer and hopefully increase our local population numbers. And it's great being able to see the baby lobsters in tanks. They're so cute. Very aggressive though. You wouldn't want to get your hands near them.
Ace. We've got a question, and this one's for you, Eve, actually. I missed the title of the song at the beginning of the rock pool sessions. Please, can you send it? So this is Eve's band.
Yeah, it's a band called Don't Tell Susie. This is terrible, but I always forget whether it's spelt with an I. I think it's IE rather than a Y. I always forget that. That's terrible.
Your own band.
I should know that. But yeah, Don't Tell Susie is the band, and the song's called Heave Ho. In fact, I can, whilst you two are talking, I can send a link to the band page, so I can do that whilst you two are having a little chat.
Yeah. So because you started with us as an intern. I wonder. I'm sure there'll be people out there that are sort of at the same stage in their career as you. So maybe could you just tell us a little bit how you've got to here?
Well, I finished university. I did 4 years. I did my undergraduate followed by my postgraduate straight away. So I finished that in September, and I did that at both courses at Bangor, which I learned a lot about the Welsh coastline through that. We did so many different practicals on, we've been to Cable Bay, Rossniger, and then down along the Menai Strait as well. So just being able to learn about our local environments definitely helped me gain an understanding of what's here, and also made me more passionate about the seas. I have been lucky enough to go scuba diving in Hurghada. I'd love to go, and it was beautiful there and incredibly warm, which is not what you get around here. But I don't know, I almost find it more interesting over here, just because so many different varieties of habitats, and you're always going to find something new.
I'd agree with that, because no one wants to feel their fingers anyway, do they? Okay, I'm going to share a picture now, and I can see that Al's put in Darwin's Day and cakes, and I'm going to try at some point in this session to find that picture, because it's amazing. But I'm just going to share. Hang on, am I doing it right? Can anyone see anything? No. Sorry, I'm being a nana again.
Oh, hang on, it's called. Yeah, there we go.
Okay, so I just want to show this picture because we do try and say thank you as much as possible to our volunteers, but I want to just put this up just to kind of big up all the people that which are the network of volunteers and the Living Seas team throughout the whole of Wales, and these are these people here. So I just want to say that, really. So if anyone, I can see that there's a few volunteers watching at the moment. So, without you guys, we wouldn't be here, and we wouldn't be doing quarter of the stuff that we do. So, that one is just to say thank you for you guys. And then I've got another picture, which.
Al's put embarrassed, and just to embarrass him even more, if any of you were watching this morning, the rock pooling footage was from Alan Rowett and Wake. So Al's obviously watching, and it's incredible footage. And without their sort of dedication to going out and their passion for marine wildlife, then we wouldn't have had any of that footage. So that, you know, we're really grateful for that, because it's a beautiful video, and it gives people a real insight into some of these creatures that are living on our rocky shores, and we don't necessarily know that they're there, because we don't, you know, we're not as up close and personal with them as we'd like to be, really. So yeah, thank you very much for that, Al. Just to embarrass you a bit more.
Eve, there's another picture for you to share here. Eve has to share the picture, so she has to promise to share them, whatever. So we often just share the really nice pictures where everyone's eyes are open and you know, everyone's looking all right. But I thought I'd just put this in just because it's just if you can see here, you can see Andy and what this project that we're running at the moment and is unfortunately coming to the end, is that it meant that our volunteers from the North Wales Wildlife Trust and Wildlife Trust South and West Wales got to sort of meet and be together, and I'm hoping that will continue from this. But I just thought I'd share that just to sort of thing. But this was actually in the roadshow back in 2018 in Portynllaen, and we've got you can see the volunteer Talia. Oh, has it disappeared?
Oh,
Talia,
sorry.
Talia in the back here. Andy, Eve, Dawn and me, and basically this huge storm came in, and about literally 2 minutes before we after we got all of the kit, really expensive technology kit, into the van, it started chucking it down. So there you go.
It was quite amazing, wasn't it, Nia? Because we could literally see this great big thunderstorm coming in off the coast, and we were thinking, wow, that's a massive thunder and lightning storm that's just approaching really, really quickly. And we had to kind of get it all in really fast, didn't we? But it was quite exciting as well at the same time.
Oh yeah, it was brilliant.
We got away with it that day.
Just to prove that we do share bad pictures too.
Yeah. We had a really nice comment from Sue saying, without you guys, I would never have learned about all the creatures on our shores and in the rock pools. And Sue's a fantastic volunteer with us. She came out with me this morning, and she was great. And Sue's always just been one of those volunteers that's so positive and just loves being out with us no matter what the weather or what we're doing. And she was a massive support to me there this morning whilst I was panicking about the technology. So thank you very much, Sue. You were a lifesaver this morning. Is that photo meant? Oh, God.
No, there's something happened.
Very small photo.
Yeah, it was meant to be big, but oh, hang on, I've got the big one. It's just showing that. Oh no, share. Hang on. Oh gosh. Okay. One day.
Whilst you're doing that, Nia, Lorna has asked what kind of marine conservation career paths might be possible without a degree in marine biology. Mine is in music. Lorna, I don't have a degree in marine biology. I have learned so much on the job whilst I've been doing this, and I don't really know why did you give me the job in the first place? I don't know, but I think you know, I absolutely have learned so much in this job, and I've loved every second of it. It's been amazing, and I don't have a marine biology background. I've just learned so much, and I've got to thank you to all my colleagues for being very patient with me and teaching me so much, because it's been great. Not to get emotional, that sounds terrible, doesn't it? I feel like I'm accepting an Oscar or something. I'm not. Sorry, moving on.
Yeah, I think one thing to say about that is actually you don't necessarily need, you know, a degree. If you do, that's great. But if you don't, it's all about having a passion and being inspired about the sea and the things that you see, and just getting out there and enjoying it. And that comes across in interviews and things like that. And I think Emma, definitely in your interview back in the autumn, you definitely showed that you knew the area and that you enjoyed going out. And that's all we want, you know, is to get a career. You just have to show that it's what you know, what you want, what you love, and what you learn, especially when the job's all about inspiring people, I think.
Yeah.
So
this picture here,
a local group you could volunteer with as well as an intermediate step to get a bit of experience. I think volunteering does help go a long way there.
Yeah, definitely. Well, yeah, volunteering, and it's difficult to do as well at the moment. But yeah, once things have lifted a bit, and I think there's quite a lot of online stuff that's going on that, like you're doing now. Just keep watching and keep being inspired, and yeah, you'll find something. You'll find your feet with it, definitely.
Okay, I just wanted to show this picture. I love this picture. There is another one that I couldn't find, and that was for a load of people out doing nurdle hunts with pinchers, what are they called? Tweezers, and they're all on the floor with the bums in the air. But I just kind of wanted to show this picture because it shows to me that it doesn't matter where you are and what surface you've got or what's in front of you, you can look for wildlife. And this was all part of Darwin's 200th anniversary Barnacle roadshow that Dawn did. And this is Eve down, can't remember where this is actually. Oh, Towyn and Barmouth, and looking for barnacles. So I think, yeah, I just like that picture. So I thought I'd share it.
It's, if anybody gets a chance to go and identify barnacles, it's really fascinating and it's really addictive as well. So we have four species of native barnacles here, and is that right? 4? I think it is 4, isn't it? And yeah, if you go and you can go and identify them. They've just got slightly different patterns, or they look slightly differently, even though just straight off barnacles tend to just all look like barnacles. But there are different species, and it's really fascinating to go and identify them. So I'd highly recommend that because you might surprise yourself. Nia, did you want to talk about porpoises?
Oh yes, that's always something to talk about.
We all love a porpoise, don't we?
We all love a porpoise. Okay, I've put a picture. Oh, I have to share, don't I? Sorry, everyone. I will remember at one point that I need to.
Jackie
share.
Watson's put good picture. That's like lichens at the bus stop, which is very true.
That's true. Very true. Okay, here we go. This is one of my favourite creatures of all time. It's a bit of an underdog, I think, and I actually started this whole thing back in 2004 by volunteering with a group that were doing harbour porpoise surveys, and I did my thesis with about harbour porpoises on the north coast of Anglesey, and they're just incredible little species that we get all around the whole coast of Wales. You'll see them almost anywhere, but actually the sort of headlands and the more sort of cliffy areas are really good places to see them, just because they come in a lot closer. So when the water goes deeper, they'll come in a bit closer. And this picture is taken north coast of Anglesey. And yeah, incredible little species. Like I say, tend to see them just rolling out of the water, and they've got this small triangular dorsal fin. They're not as big and playful and sort of popular, I guess, as bottlenose dolphins and the other dolphins, but they're incredible to watch. And for me, watching them in a storm is the best, especially if they come in okay, it makes it difficult when it's stormy. It makes it difficult to see them, but when they're close in, you'll see them surfing through the waves. And the babies, they're born at about 70 centimeters, so the size of a salmon, and they'll grow to be about a meter and a half, 2 meters most. And the females are generally bigger than the male, and because they're so small in cold water, they have to feed almost constantly. So you don't tend to see them jumping around and playing with boats as much as bottlenose dolphins. They're much shyer. And yeah, so I thought I'd just sort of, give a big sort of shout out to harbour porpoises. Really, they're called puffin pigs. As a bit of a nickname for them. And sometimes, if you do go to the coast and you've got a nice calm day where you think you can hear porpoises, you can actually hear them before you see them. In quite a lot of instances, and you kind of hear them exhale before they inhale again, and they kind of go. And that's what you'll hear, and you'll hear that quite often before you see it on a calm day. So I thought I'd just, put this out there. We do love a porpoise, and I think Dawn has commented saying we had competition last summer, bottlenose dolphins or porpoises, and it was close. I personally, I think there was something wrong in the poll there, because porpoises were definitely winning.
There was definitely some sort of corruption going on, I thought.
Yeah,
we couldn't understand the results.
We're sounding a little bit like Donald Trump here.
Yeah, we will not be taken off.
And then I'm just going to share another picture of a porpoise just before we move on to something else. And it's just, I love this picture. It's not the best picture. I have to share again. Sorry. Oh, too many buttons to push. Okay, there. It should be there. I love this picture. It's not the greatest of pictures, but you can just see here how close you can get to these incredible species. This was taken off Bull Bay, and Bull Bay is where we do the picnic with the porpoise, and it's one of our most popular ever events that we do have. We run it every year. We have done with the Anglesey branch of North Wales Wildlife Trust since about 2004-5, I think. I was much younger at that point, but it's been great. And one story that always sticks out in my picnic with the porpoise actually is I was sat with this guy and I was saying, porpoises tend to roll out the water. They don't tend to leap out or as much as bottlenose dolphins and dolphins. So generally, if you see something, clear of the water, it's generally a dolphin. Anyway, this porpoise jumped clear out of the water and totally full breached. And then the guy's like, says that's a dolphin then? And I was like, no, that's a porpoise. Just ignore what I've just been saying. They always trick you.
Wildlife has the ability just to completely contradict everything that you've just said, doesn't it?
It does, yeah. Yeah. Oh, now Dawn has just sent me a picture, but she can't get it onto the chat for some reason. So I'm gonna, while you guys are talking, I'm gonna try and get this onto my computer so I can show you Al, the picture that Al was talking about from the cake eating.
Yes, yes. Just moving on, because quite often we see porpoise and Risso's dolphins specifically at Bull Bay or Point Linus, and this was from, I'm just going to share this video, which was from a couple of years ago now. Bear with me 1 second. And oh no, maybe I can't do it.
New technology is always hard to get a grip of, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah. Hang on, Emma, you might have to fill the space with them.
Okay, so let's get some answers from you guys watching. So I'd like to know what sea animal you could be, if you could be anything, just to see what range of different animals people would rather be. I'm going to have to think about this one myself, because there are so many different creatures out there and they'd all just be quite cool to be. But maybe that jellyfish, I can't remember what it's called, that is able to rejuvenate its life cycle and just kind of live on forever. I should learn the name of that jellyfish, but I've completely forgotten. But if you guys have an animal would like to be, let us know.
That's a good idea. Yeah, definitely. It's funny, isn't it? I think maybe it'd be nice to be, I think it'd be cool to be an octopus or a cuttlefish or something like that. But then the only thing that puts me off is the fact that you have this incredible life.
But it's very short.
Yeah, it's very short, isn't it?
Yeah.
Very short. Yeah, yeah. Maybe a humpback whale or something like that would be cool.
Yeah, that would be cool as well.
have a beautiful voice then as well. This here is Brittle Star, yeah. Nice. Yeah, being able to regrow parts of your body would be a very useful thing to do, wouldn't it?
It would,
This video here is so this was taken Point Linus, and this was a pod of Risso's dolphins that came into the bay, and we tend not to get Rissos close to the shore until sort of September, October time, and they only stay around for a couple of months really. But this day, I think, just very fortunate that the sea was really calm and they came in incredibly close. Anyway, without further ado, I'll just play the video for you. So they had, quite often when you see the pods of Rissos, there's usually a couple of calves with them as well when you see them close to the shore. So I think that they probably come closer to the shore. They're usually a deep sea dolphin, so they feed on cephalopods, so squid and octopus. But we think that they come closer to the shore to use the grounds closer to the shore as a bit of a nursing ground for their young. So usually, certainly the last couple of years when I've seen them anyway, they've had a couple of calves with them. Hopefully you got a bit of a view of the Rissos there. They're amazing animals, and they can grow up to about 4 meters in length, so they are quite big. There we go.
It's so peaceful there, isn't it?
It really is. Yeah. It's a stunning spot, isn't it? Yeah. Nia, did you get your photo up that you wanted to share?
Yes. Okay, I'm gonna put it up now.
Anna Griffiths has said that there's an amazing documentary on Netflix called My Octopus Teacher, and it gives just an insight into how intelligent octopus are. That's a really beautiful film. Have you seen that, Emma? Have you seen that one?
I have, yeah.
Yeah, it's really
interesting. Yeah,
it's a stunning film, isn't it? Yeah. Oh,
here we go. So this was after our barnacle survey, and Dawn had baked cakes as a celebration for Darwin's birthday, and this is us at Chemice afterwards, eating the cakes and telling a story and laughing about that story about a barnacle. So it just shows we do have a lovely time.
Oh dear. Yeah, it wouldn't be half as fun without our volunteers, would it? I don't think.
Definitely not.
Oh dear.
Okay. Sorry, one more. I need to ask Eve to tell how she feels about this challenge of ours that we have. So if anyone's ever come to any of our roadshows or any of our events or anything like that, you'll notice that we've always got limpets. So we've got our limpet stacking competition on the go. I think at the moment it's about 56. Have I made that up? It's quite a lot of limpets stacked against each other. But I think myself and Eve have got a different view on the rulings. And I think Dawn and Eve are a bit more strict than I am. So to tell us the rules, Eve, and how they should be done.
Yeah, I just think personally that Dawn's put 56 is UK record, man from Bethesda. Rules mean more fun. Exactly, Dawn. Rules mean more fun. If everybody's sticking to the rules, then everything's fine. But I just had a bit of an issue with the fact that there wasn't really any weren't any rules or even guidelines apart from, just like, I think this could be an Olympic sport. But if this is going to be an Olympic sport, then we have to have specific rules. Now, you can't use two hands, just like Jenga. You can't use two hands to stack limpets. It has to be one hand only. You can't then, if the tower blows over in the wind, you can't then use both hands to put it back up again and say that that still counts, because it doesn't. So I just think personally, that there needs to be a bit of some rules that are a bit more set in stone. Maybe that should be for the adults version. But Nia likes to get me to talk about this because basically I go off on one, and it makes me sound like an absolute martyr.
It's reminiscent it's reminiscent of a certain parish council meeting that's gone viral recently.
Yeah.
I've just had a message coming up on Lucy's ones that I've gone. Am I here?
You're still here?
No, he's still there. Yeah, still there.
If there's a World Stone Skimming Championship on Easdale Island, then why not limpet stacking? From Joe. I completely agree. I think we should be looking at this as rolling this out as a world championship.
This is something we've talked about as well, isn't it? In the past, we've said that we would really like to have make this into a world, get it into the Guinness World Book of Records as well.
Can we get everyone to say yay if they want to see us organising the World Limpet Stacking Championship in North Wales in maybe not this year. When will we gather again?
Maybe 2022?
2022. Who wants to see the limpet stacking competition?
World Championships.
We're
going big.
Yeah. Yes, we've got a few yeses. Oh, Dawn meant I've gone. Not that I've just disappeared. I've gone. I just couldn't stop laughing.
Oh.
Oh, this session's gone awry again. This is like our meetings. Back on track, guys.
We're getting lots of yeses. Lots of yeses coming through. And exclamation marks. We're even getting yays. Yay.
Okay, that's going in the next meeting agenda. How are we going to go about this?
Oh dear.
Oh.
We are actually, we did say, because we've got another session at 3:00, we said we were going to aim to keep this to about half an hour. This is brilliant. Yeah, who wants to see limpet stacking world record held here in Wales? Yes, we do. I think that's Dawn that said that.
Yeah. Oh, Becky said all the wildlife trusts should hold a competition between themselves.
Yeah, that would be a good one.
Idea.
That's a really good idea. Yeah. Yeah, but following the rules.
Obviously.
I promise not to do the rules where it's meant to be about fun, not making people cry.
Can I just say, whenever we were doing roadshows and events, I did manage to hold back this urge inside me to when young kids were stacking limpets, I didn't tell them off or anything like that. I managed to keep my cool. So well done, you did really well.
Yeah, but you did cheat.
Use two hands though.
Oh, we are getting suggestions for different things. Anna is saying, what about different shells? Cockles would require different tactics and whelks would be pretty tough. That's true.
Yeah.
Lorna suggesting crab shells. Oh, we've got Jackie saying Tees Valley Wildlife Trust is up for it.
Yes. It's brilliant.
Okay.
Yeah. It's gonna go global. Or national.
Yeah. So everybody watching know that this was the start. Can
I just say, Becky Williamson has said, I'd be the same with the rules, Eve. Thank you, Becky.
Is there anyone out there that agrees with me that it's about fun?
I think there shouldn't be rules, but for adults there should.
Yeah.
Two hands, but yeah, if you're above, I'm going to say 12, maybe 10.
Yeah, I did get a real.
So that's quite old.
I got totally told off by Dawn for having 5 little limpet shells under a big one.
Oh yeah, that's not allowed. That's definitely not allowed.
Oh dear.
Yeah, so we're on 2:05 now, so we probably should wrap it up fairly soon. But I think we've all really enjoyed it, haven't we? I think we've all
Yeah.
Had a nice giggle, which is good. Yeah. So we're going to share a video now. I'll share a video about beachcombing, which we didn't actually. Well, it was completely my fault because I completely forgot to put it in the beachcombing live session yesterday. So we'll share that now with you, and we'll end on that. Yes, but thank you very much for watching. Diolch yn fawr. Dawn's just put. Oh yeah, so I'll share the video. If you've got any more questions, if you want to put that into the chat whilst the video is playing, and then we'll do that at the end, and then we'll say our goodbyes. So bear with me 1 second whilst I get this video up. Go.
Will you search through the lonely earth for me? Climb through the briar and bramble. I'll be your treasure. I felt the time.
Smarties, circa 1984.
So we're here at.
Oh, did it just stop running?
I think so.
Oh no.
Oh dear.
Let me see if I can find the. Oh, see if I can.
That almost went without a glitch.
I know. we might have a struggle with this. We might have to put this up on. Oh no. I think we might have to put that up online afterwards. It's worth watching that video anyway. We'll put that up on the we'll put it up on the backstage area of Shenanigans so that people can see it. That. There we go. So unless, yeah, Emma, did you have anything? I don't think we've got any more questions. We've just got nice thank yous and brightened up this stormy day. Thank you, you're such a lovely team. That's really nice. Oh, diolch yn fawr. Oh, lovely. So some really nice comments there.
Then 3 o'clock. 3 o'clock, we've got Beth Thompson over on Zoom. So make sure that you've, if you've got your links to Shenanigans Weekend, Beth Thompson is talking at 3 o'clock about the Sea and Me, and it's all about the stories and the memories we've collected over the project. And I promise there's some amazing stories there. It's well worth watching. So that'll be 3 o'clock over on Zoom. And then at 7:30, we've got Laura Evans hosting the festival quiz. So, and there are prizes to be won, and they're good prizes.
And rules.
No rules, just fun.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you all.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you. Diolch yn fawr. Hwyl.